Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Numbskull, and this video is going to be another entry in my harm reduction series. The goal is simple. Give people who already choose to use drugs the information they need to do so with as little risk as possible. This series isn't about telling anyone what to do or what not to do. It exists because people are going to make their own decisions, and accurate information saves lives. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite substances on the face of the earth, oxycodone, a substance with a long medical history, a lot of misuse potential, and very real risks if it's not respected. Oxycodone is a semi-synthetic opioid that acts primarily as an mu-opioid receptor agonist. In simple terms, it works by binding to the same receptors responsible for pain relief, sedation, euphoria, and respiratory depression. These effects are why oxycodone is effective as a prescription pain medication, but they're also why misuse can become dangerous very quickly. Opioids don't just change how you feel, they directly affect breathing, consciousness, and the brain's reward system. A quick historical note here as well, because it's interesting and relevant, and because I'm kinda a huge history nerd, especially regarding World War II and Nazi Germany. Oxycodone was originally marketed in Germany or Deutschland under the brand named Oxycodone in the early 20th century. It was considered extremely effective and notably, Adolf Hitler himself reportedly received frequent, eventually daily or near daily, doses of Oxycodone from his personal physician, Theodor Morell. It's widely believed, to have been his favorite drug later in life. I'll be going much deeper into the history, chemistry, and pharmacology of oxycodone in a dedicated pharmacology of oxy video, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested in the deeper dive. From a harm reduction standpoint, one of the most important things to understand about oxycodone is that dose response is not linear, especially in people without any opioid tolerance. Small increases can produce disproportionately stronger effects, particularly respiratory depression. This makes eyeballing or escalating doses extremely dangerous. People with no tolerance are at the highest risk of overdose, even at amounts that experienced users may underestimate. Another major risk factor with oxycodone is route of administration. Altering extended-release formulations, bypassing time-release mechanisms, or using faster routes dramatically increases overdose risk. Extended-release products are designed to release slowly for a reason, and defeating that mechanism can result in a large amount entering the system all at once. This is one of the most common causes of fatal opioid overdoses involving oxy. Mixing oxycodone with other substances is where the danger multiplies. Oxycodone should never be combined with other CNS depressants such as alcohol, benzodiazepines like Xanax or Klonopin, barbiturates, GHB, or other opioids. These combinations don't just add risk, they compound it. Each substance suppresses breathing in a slightly different way, and together they dramatically increase the chance of fatal respiratory depression. Alcohol is especially dangerous here and is involved in a large percentage of opioid-related deaths. Tolerance is another critical topic. With repeated use, the body adapts to oxy relatively quickly, leading people to take higher amounts to achieve the same effect. This tolerance does not reset evenly. Tolerance to euphoric effects often develops faster than tolerance to respiratory depression, which creates a false sense of safety. This mismatch is a major reason why experienced users are still at risk of overdose. Dependence can develop even when oxycodone is taken as prescribed, and withdrawal can be physically and psychologically intense. Symptoms may include anxiety, muscle pain, insomnia, nausea, sweating, and restlessness. While opioid withdrawal is genuinely not life-threatening on its own, it can drive risky behavior and relapse, especially without proper support. Oxycodone also places strain on the gastrointestinal system. Constipation is extremely common with opioid use and can become severe or even dangerous with ongoing use. Staying hydrated, paying attention to digestion, and recognizing early warning signs matter more than people realize. One of the most important harm reduction tools with opioids is naloxone. Having naloxone available, knowing how to use it, and making sure people around you know the signs of opioid overdose can save lives. An opioid overdose often looks like slowed or stopped breathing, blue or gray lips, unresponsiveness, and gurgling or choking sounds. This is a medical emergency, and quick action matters. It's also worth saying clearly, using opioids alone significantly increases risk, as it does with most substances. If no one is present to recognize an overdose and intervene, then outcomes tend to be far worse. Even having someone check in or being in a shared space can make a difference. At the end of the day, oxycodone is a powerful opioid with legitimate medical uses and very real dangers. Most harm comes from high or escalating doses, mixing with depressants, altered formulations, low tolerance, and a lack of overdose preparedness. Respecting the substance, understanding how it works, and planning for safety are the difference between harm reduction and unnecessary risk. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you found this information informative and useful, and if you did, showing support with a like, follow, or subscribe genuinely helps the channel grow, and helps save more people in turn. Drop a comment if there's a substance or topic you'd like to see covered next, and keep an eye out for the upcoming Pharmacology of Oxycodone video where we'll break this drug down even further. Stay frosty, stay curious, and as always, stay safe out there. And with that, I'll of course see all of you in the next one.
Peace.